Hey,
She would be really cute in the first few seconds, and then I'll put her down, and you'll hear some like noise in the background. You're gonna ask me what's going on. I'm like, oh, she's probably breaking some glass somewhere.
she's probably knocking
That could be
over things she knows she's not supposed to.
that's
Yeah.
exciting. I think that's a great way to start. A really clash bang sort of. Okay, welcome everyone to our show. Rise up. Today we have a very special program for you. But let me introduce us. So we are here to talk about responsibility, integrity, service, and empathy in action. And I like to say, rising up out of our ignorance of what's going on in the world and the difference that I can make in my own community today. So we've got everyone in the studio, which makes me very happy. We've got Ricky DeSena over there. We've got Iris over there. Hello, and Naria. So glad to have you with us today.
Good morning.
And yes, good morning. Very nice to see you. With that, we're going to open up with our first story. Ricky talking about a volcano.
Yes. So we're talking about a volcano. It's the Soufriere, to be specific. I'm sorry if I butchered the name. If
The specificity.
you speak French, please correct me. But yeah, so Iris. So if you haven't heard, there was a recent volcano eruption in St Vincent. It's a small island in the Caribbean, just south of the United States. Yeah, recently they're hit by a really massive volcanic eruption. It wasn't the first in its history, but as always, it's caused a lot of damage. It's caused a lot of people to have to migrate and leave their homes. Let me pull up some images so you guys
Yeah,
can
while
see.
you're doing that, I forgot to mention Happy Earth Day. Believe it or not, today is Earth Day. Although a lot of times we do projects over the weekend. But yeah, thanks for this story. I think it's appropriate. Thank you, Ricky. Back to you.
At first, when you said the name of the volcano was French, I thought maybe the volcano was in France. There was an eruption there.
No, but I think they speak French in St. Vincent.
This is St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the Caribbean area.
Yeah,
That's right. Mm-hmm.
it's like a strip of islands. Kind of looks like a arc. Starts with the Dominican Republic and Haiti, goes down to St. Vincent. But yeah, there's been the recent volcanic eruption, and as you can see, like people have been really affected by it. This is one of the images somebody took on the day, and yeah, if you look at a lot of images of St. Vincent right now, like everything is covered in like ash. It almost looks like a thin layer of like dirty snow. And so yeah, it looks pretty harmless if you see some of the pictures, although it's kind of surprising if you've never seen volcanic eruption before. But yeah, it's caused a lot of damage actually, and a lot of people have had to leave their homes and kind of have to rebuild again and clean up. On top of the fact that they're in hurricane season, and so they're also having to brace for that as well. Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of spread awareness on this issue because I think it's pretty important to talk about something that's so close to home. I think it's 10 minutes. It's maybe like 3 or 4 hour plane ride from Florida. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that.
Was there any warning at all? There was no expectation of forecast of this happening at all.
I believe there was. I believe
Good.
they have been monitoring the volcano for a while, so people knew that it might have been erupting soon, but I don't think anybody could have predicted exactly when. And so when it did happen, people just had to like rush out, take as much as they could with them, and then hope for the best.
And I know you told us already, but how were there any anyone hurt or in this?
No, from what I saw, from what I read, there's no casualties. fortunately. I think, yeah, countries that live around volcanoes have gotten really good at being prepared for an eruption. So I think the country did a really good job of, yeah, handling the situation and evacuating the citizens.
And you mentioned there was some relief support that was kind of came together. I think from the UN or different countries supporting. Is that right?
Yeah. So yeah, I should have mentioned that as well. In light of the volcanic eruption in St Vincent, the UN basically launched a global funding appeal on Monday, this past Monday, to raise almost $300 million. Sorry, not 300 million, $20 million, $30 million for St. Vincent. So yeah, they're in the process of raising the funds, and they have a lot of UN organizations working on that right now. So yeah, like UNICEF, doing a lot there right now.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any other thoughts from Iris, Naria? Questions?
I didn't know there was a volcano on St. Vincent and Grenadines. I never heard of that. But I knew it's part of a chain of islands.
Yeah. Okay, I was asking my wife about it. I'm like, hey, do you know there's an island like further south of here? Because I'm in the DR now. I was like, there's an island south of here that just had a volcanic eruption. It's like, oh, really? I have no idea. Like, it's literally like an hour or two from where we're living. And just like, nobody knows. The only reason I found out because I was keeping up with news at the UN. I think this is part of the reason why I talk about stuff like this, is just so we know what's going on. Not a lot of people talk about it.
I'm wondering, when a volcano erupts, I know you have the ash that comes down, but is there also, like, occasionally there's lava. It doesn't sound like from the news or the pictures they had any lava problem, but is there also, like, earthquakes typically?
I mean, I'm not...
You didn't read anything about that, right?
Well, I don't know too much about the effects of volcanic eruption in that sense. I do know, like, there's definitely ash and lava that come from volcanic eruptions. But also, I think it affects the air. So, like, when there's a volcanic eruption in an island like that, you oftentimes, like, after, when people start going back, you'll see them with, like, face masks so they can, like, breathe. Oh, so they won't breathe in a lot of the particles.
It's quite toxic, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's not safe to breathe. Yeah, it's a challenging situation. How often do volcanoes erupt around the world? I mean, how common is this? I'm actually not sure.
I feel like it's a question for a volcano expert.
Yeah.
If you are a volcano expert in the comments, please let us know.
Right.
Yep.
No, don't help Ricky. He knows this.
This is a question for the comments. Okay. No, but from what I know, it's like most. This is from my time in school. If you don't know, the bio major for 1 year, so I learned a little bit. But yeah, most of I think it's like 90% of the volcanoes in the world, the active ones, are all like under the sea, like in the ocean. The ones like above land, most of them are either inactive or very slow to erupt. I think they only erupt like every few decades or something.
So it is rare to have this happen. Yeah, it's very rare. Okay. Although under the water, it's more not so uncommon. Iris, any technical question for Ricky to answer?
Yeah, please ask me any technical questions about volcanoes. I know.
I'm not sure because I don't even. Oh my God! There's a spider on my wall. I'm so sorry. 1 second. I have to.
Well, you have to take care of that because you're next. So.
It's really. Oh my God, guys! I'm so sorry, Ricky.
I wish I could help.
But oh my God, this happened to me the other day.
It's just wishing you Happy Earth Day.
No, I don't believe that. In France, fun fact, there's a quote that says "Araignée du soir, espoir; araignée du matin, chagrin," which means like spider of the night, like gives you hope. Spider of the morning is like pain or like chagrin. I don't know what the word is, but it's not a good sign. So I don't know. I guess about my
This is your
volcano
chance.
question, I would prefer a volcano right now than a spider. We'll put it that way.
All right, here's the test.
Yeah.
Can you keep
Oh
going?
my God, it's moving. Okay, I'm moving.
That's right. Nature makes us move, guys. That's what happens.
Happy Earth Day.
A spider's very, very small compared to you, but
Well, if you get real close, it looks pretty big. I like to do that.
You're not helping me, Milan.
Okay. Thanks, Ricky. I think Iris will pass, but that's okay. Ricky, thanks for the great story.
Thank
And
you.
yeah,
Actually, one more thing.
our thoughts are with the people there, and we can yeah, great dad. Let's go to Iris. What stories do we have today?
God.
Oh yeah, we have some great
I
stories.
have now besides
Remember Magpie?
my arachnophobia. Yeah. All right. So hello, folks. Good morning. I have 2 stories for you today. My first one is of a 7-year-old girl named Cameron Gardner, and she had a class. She's in 1st grade about writing persuasive letters. Now, when I was in 1st grade, we didn't reach that level of high education, so I'm already impressed with the fact that they're learning how to write persuasive letters, let alone write. And so, in her letter, she decided to write to Old Navy about why her jeans don't have pockets. Or specifically in her letter, she asked Old Navy if they could make jeans with not fake pockets. So her mom, after reading the story, was like, actually, yeah, we should send this letter to Old Navy and see what happens. And then after the Old Navy received the letter, they actually emailed the mom back. It was like, hey, we'd love to send you guys some merch and send your daughter pants with pockets. And so they did. And yes, the little girl was very impressed with herself about how she was able to use her own voice. And yeah, just put her thoughts out there. It's okay to ask for the things that you want, And so, yeah, I think this is all a very meaningful lesson about taking initiative like we do here, Rise Up. So, yeah. And then the second story I have comes from a scientist named Hans Forberg, however you choose to pronounce that. And he, being a scientist, but also a guy that makes robots on the side during his spare time, created a machine that trained his magpies. Well, the machine didn't train the magpies, but he trained the magpies in his neighborhood to bring back bottle caps to this machine that he made, that when bottle caps are dispensed in it, the machine gives the birds seeds in return. So it has effectively trained his magpies in his neighborhood to recycle or collect trash in exchange for food. And yeah, based on the story, it's been years in the making actually, but it has only been recently reported on because I guess he finally managed to get the magpies to do the work. But yeah, there are videos of the magpies dropping in the bottle caps in the machine and the machine dispensing seeds for the magpies to eat. So another example of people taking initiative in their neighborhoods or communities in whatever way they can, really. So yeah, now he's currently on a mission to teach everyone who's interested how to make these robots for themselves. It's actually quite simple. It just requires a Raspberry Pi and a couple other motors, but it's pretty easy to get your hands on. I was in a robotics club in high school, fun fact, and I don't know, it intrigues me. I think I might do the same thing with the squirrels or pigeons in my area. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think it's a really interesting story, to say the least, that you could do whatever you need, using whatever talents you have to do some good. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys today.
Wow, that's the story's real. I did watch that. There was a video on that article that you shared, and I watched it. And they put 3 bottle caps. This one magpie put 3 bottle caps in there, and it really worked. I saw it with my own eyes. So, and I love the title. It's like "Guy Makes His Machine." It's like real thoughtful title there too. It's great.
Some random guy.
Some random guy. He might have asked, please make sure you just mention me as a guy who did this. In the first article too, just like taking action. It does take writing a letter. You know, we can talk about it, we can post it on social media, but unless you really take the time to write a letter and send it, chances are they're not really paying attention, and you're not really making a difference. So, thanks for that story. But about the magpies, I mean, what do you guys think? I find it kind of humbling because, you know, it's one thing to pick up our own trash, but then it's like asking nature to pick up trash. I don't want to say manipulate, but I feel like we're kind of reprogramming nature to clean up after us. So I don't know. Does that strike you in any way? Iris, or anybody?
I think for me, it was pretty genius. I mean, it takes a lot of effort to train these magpies. Like, I was reading up the story and listening to some of this guy's like stories and like experiences trying to train these magpies to like recognize the bottle caps first and recognize the trash. And that in and of itself already took like weeks or months to do, despite magpies being like quite intelligent as well. So yeah, and then also building the whole robot. I mean, I'm sure it must have taken at least more than one try. You know, things like that don't like happen well right off the bat. And yeah, also getting the magpies to get comfortable with the machine. There's just a lot of different layers to this story. It's not just like the magpies like saw it, did it, and got used to it, done. It's just like, I think because they're also worried about like their safety, and so they're trying to think like, okay, is this really beneficial for me, like as magpies living in the world and whatnot. And so it took a lot of trust. So I think this is part of like, what is it, the whole like Bible thing of like the 3 great blessings or whatnot, like having dominion. I mean, if he's rewarding the magpies with seeds, so I don't personally see a problem. I think it's pretty cool.
It's definitely a win-win, no matter how you look at it. Employing birds, it's good. You know, what they say, you can teach a fish, you can give fish to, or teach a, you know, make a fisherman, something like that.
What?
Help them earn their nuts. You know what I'm saying? So they can survive. So they can survive on their own out there.
Teach a man how to fish.
Teach a man how to fish. Thank you. So we're giving these magpies useful skills so they can make it in the world. See, that's what's happening here. Just so we're clear.
I agree.
Okay, Ricky agrees. Molly, what do you think?
I wonder about that. I don't know if you can call it a useful skill exactly, because I'm sure without even the automated bird feeder thing, that they would learn to survive. They'd be surviving perfectly well on their own. But it is quite a creative idea. So I thought, yeah, it's ingenious. But also I understand Milhan's perspective. Like, we are kind of manipulating nature to take care of our own mess in a way. And Max says hi this morning. And
well, it's humbling, you know. It's like nature is going above and beyond its call of duty to help us clean up our mess. You know, it's humbling as well. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's wrong.
It could be seen as humbling. Like, yeah. I don't know if you've seen the clip of an elephant who walks by this trash can, which has like a piece of trash next to it, picks it up and puts it into the trash can. I don't know if you've seen that one. It's probably pretty old, but yeah, there's so many animals that are really intelligent. And I'm wondering, what you mentioned, the magpies are collecting bottle caps. I wonder if they can be trained to bring in other litter and trash.
Yeah, Hans is actually working on that. He's like, all right, we've done the bottle cap level. Now we're gonna move it up, and I don't know what the next level is, but he's trying to get them to collect more litter or recognize different forms of litter.
If they can do cigarette butts, that's huge.
That's actually what he said. That's what it was. He's like, next level is cigarette butts. So there you go, Milhan.
Again, I'm feeling it for those magpies even more though, because.
Yeah, and I want to just comment about the first story with like the girl sending a letter to Old Navy. I think you and Iris, have probably felt this too, but I was always bothered by fake pockets. Like even girls' pants, girls' blazers and things. Like it looks like there's pockets and they're fake. That always bothered me so much. Like I love being able to stick stuff in my pockets, like have something to put like on my change or my phone. I'm the kind of person that doesn't actually carry a purse. So a lot of times everything's in my pockets. So that always bothered me. So I thought that was cool. And the fact, like you mentioned, like 7 years old, like in school, they're teaching them how to write persuasive letters. Like that's amazing. So actually, I would like to try that sometime.
At that age, I have no idea what's going on in that school. Like, I'm sending my future kids over there. Like that's the one. But yeah, oh my gosh, guys, being a female is hard already. Biologically, it's already difficult. Society, more difficult. And then industries having the audacity to give us clothing that doesn't support our lives is so bad. It then forces us to, this is why the whole purse industry exists, guys. Oh my goodness. I'm about to take another pair of, I'm going to, like last week's mask, I'm going to take apart a pair of jeans today and be like, this is how you put a pocket in a pair of jeans. Goodness, like I'm out here thrifting men's pants because they have pockets. Not even pockets, deep pockets.
Deep pockets.
Cargo pants, they're like my 3 favorite.
Inches. Do you understand what it means to have a 3-inch pocket? It's not even a pocket at that point. It's like a little purse for change that's sewn into your pants. The audacity is beyond me.
This 7-year-old girl is gonna be like the next like Greta Thunberg. She's gonna be like, this is a
fashion revolution.
Absolutely, I support that.
And you heard it first here on YSP, and we promise we will not make any female, clothing without pockets. Okay, that's our promise. Okay.
Well, I'm not sure if an evening gown needs pockets, but
hey,
that's true.
I'll leave it up to Ricky. He'll figure that one out.
Yeah, actually, I feel personally affected by this too, because when I go out with Sue and my wife, and she has she has her phone or some stuff like with her that she wants to bring. It's like, it's not a lot. She doesn't want to bring her purse. I always have to carry her stuff because I have the pockets. So I have like my pocket stuff with like not just my stuff but her stuff too. I mean, yeah, girls need pockets too, man. Come on.
There you have it. It affects men too.
There we go.
Oh, we want them to be too independent now, do we? I got more pockets I know what to do with over here. Come on. Anyway, all right, good. I'm glad we got that clear. And with that, we're going to move into our thank you, Iris. Again, great stories as always. We're going to move into the Kyojang talk. And in honor of Earth Day, I have a special talk, and the title is no one ever told me that by doing service each week, I would turn into a tree hugger, nay, a dirt hugger. Okay,
that's a long title, but okay.
Thanks, Noya, for your feedback. A little bit early, but let me finish my story first. So there's this patch of land, and again, I think that the point is this, guys. We are vulnerable human beings on this earth. Ricky just told us a story about a volcano, and with very little notice, we can predict things. But in the end, we kind of have to humble ourselves to the planet that we live on. And Iris, these magpies, like they're so intelligent that they have to pick up our trash. I mean, are we not evolved enough to like put our own trash in the garbage can? But even that, it's like even landfills, and it's just making me reflect a lot on this whole topic. But I'm out there picking up trash again, and there's just this patch of land that I feel like when I picked up trash last week, even more trash was starting to accumulate there. I'm almost wondering if like the person who's doing this is like starting to catch on. I'm not sure, but that wasn't the predominant thought this time. So I'm here. My kids, they don't want to go out today, so I'm going out by myself basically. And I don't know, for whatever reason, as I'm pulling these bottles, they're like these smashed bottles out of the earth. Usually I'm kind of like focused on the trash itself, but this time I'm actually feeling the earth. Okay, stay with me here. So like I felt the earth working really hard to decompose this plastic bottle in the ground. And it was just like struggling and struggling. Like this thing ain't, it's not getting anywhere. But as I pulled it out of the earth, it was just like, oh, thank you. I just felt this like appreciation, like we don't have to deal with that thing anymore. And as I did that, I just started to see the trash everywhere. And it's like, man, I wish I had more time. And I'll have to just make more time to do it, to pick the whole place completely clean. But it wasn't even enough. As I was my trash bag was filling up pretty quick. I'm walking over to the dumpster. I'm looking at the bag, and man, I got a mix of, cans and plastics and paper and cardboard. I'm like, okay. So I'm sifting it through and putting it in the recycling bin in the dumpster. And it's like, but even that wasn't enough for me, because I know that this dumpster is going to get thrown into another heap somewhere else. So yeah, okay, I'm cleaning up this patch of land, but where is it going? And I'm building more of a sensitivity, more of a empathy for this precious earth that we have. So I just want to impart this story to you guys today. Just thinking about, take a moment to think about this earth that we're on and all the joy it brings us, from the magpies to, the powers of the volcanoes and the oceans and all the living things on this earth. And feeling empathy, responsibility, integrity, and service. So thank you very much. Okay, now your feedback. No, I'm kidding. It's okay. Maybe later.
Thanks, Wilhelm. Yeah, I'm glad you could experience something like that. We often don't I guess feel that deep connection with the earth. So it's pretty cool that you could kind of feel or sense that from Mother Earth, that she felt relieved, getting that plastic bottle out of the soil. And yeah, it's true. Especially plastic, my gosh, it just stays and stays, and if you don't pick it up, it doesn't go anywhere at all. So yeah, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I also read this article about microplastics, and it's becoming a real problem. It's it's so ubiquitous, it's almost impossible to remove, and so it's we have to reverse this trend. I mean, we just have to somehow. So let's do it, guys. Go USA. We can make it happen. Because, when I live in Japan, it's you get fined if you don't put the right plastic in the right bin and all this. So it's going to take a lot for USA to do this, but it starts with us. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, recently I've got my family to compost. So, because I realized one day, just how much, because we eat fruits every day for breakfast. I've told you guys this before. So there's a lot of orange peels and banana peels and stuff like that. And I cook with a lot of vegetables, so a lot of onion skins and ends of carrots and whatnot that go in the trash, and it fills up our trash quite quickly, actually. So I was like, okay, we got to find a way to compost this thing, all of this stuff. So in my city, actually, I'm not sure if this is in other places, but there's this company called Urban Canopy that if you sign up for a monthly trial or something, a monthly subscription, they give you a bucket with a biodegradable plastic bag, and then you fill up all of your scraps and compostable items in there, and then by the end of the month they pick it up, swap it out with another bucket. So you're diverting waste from biodegradable waste from the trash, as well as supporting local farms that need the compost and need your biodegradable waste to make great food. So yeah, my family's has adapted pretty well to the bucket now. First they're like, what the heck is this system? And now they're all used to it. So yeah, I guess it's also part of doing what we can, We might not be able to tackle the whole issue with non-recyclable plastics and microplastics and all the plastic in the ocean and how to change the whole system around. throwing away our trash or knowing what to do with it instead of diverting it to landfills. But we could do smaller things like get a bucket and throw your food scraps in it and give it to someone who needs it, or compost for yourself too, you know, if you have your own yard space and gardens and stuff like that.
What's the name of the company that you're ordered from?
Can you share a link with us?
It's actually like I have a joint situation with like a different family friend, but yeah, it's called Urban Canopy. Hopefully you all have the equivalent to of it, or start it yourself. Who knows?
Yay.
There's also a lot of resources online teaching people how to compost if you live in a small space, or if you don't have yard space, or like just how to compost from home. And it's pretty straightforward.
That's cool.
Awesome.
I mean, next time we can talk about that. I actually made a compost box the other day. We had one last year. It went okay, but the box fell apart because I didn't do a very good job. But this time we have a more sturdy one. And actually, I'm going to try an experiment. I've been looking for compostable diapers, like that are completely biodegradable. And apparently, a lot of things that say they're biodegradable, they have to go through like a certain process to actually be properly disposed of. If you just throw it in the trash, it's not going to biodegrade. If you put it in the ground, it's not going to biodegrade. So I've been on the hunt for diapers that you can actually do that with. And a lot of them say they have to go to a commercial composting facility. But these ones didn't say that, but they also didn't, like they said it's like almost 100% biodegradable. So I will let you guys know if these diapers biodegrade or not in a few months or so.
Yeah, let me know.
I would love to know.
Oh, why is that? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I'm genuinely interested. Yeah, believe it or not, my son still, he at night he needs one, so it'd be good to know. Ricky, maybe not yet, right? Or maybe soon?
No. You know? No, not yet.
All right.
I can't say anything.
All right, now the diapers is clear. Nario, so let's give us some announcements. We got some fun activities and events coming up.
Yes. All right. So as Milhan mentioned, today is International World Mother Earth Day. So happy Mother Earth Day, everyone. And to commemorate this day, this coming Saturday, we're going to be hosting an online discussion with our guest speaker, Dr. Sung-Ho Lee, who has experienced reforesting trees in North Korea, using the model that South Korea had for reforesting the forest. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, everyone's having a conversation. So we want to invite you to come join us. You can find the link for the live stream on our Facebook page. So go to YSP USA on Facebook. Other thing that I want to mention is that we will also highlight a project that YSP Philippines is doing. So Ricky, if you want to show me the next image, we have the Billion Trees Project. So this was initiated actually by a local mayor in one of the chapters, areas of YSP in Philippines. And so now YSP Philippines has taken upon them to plant 1 million trees out of the billion. So we'll talk more about that and how you can support on this Saturday's talk. That's my son. All right. And another thing is everyone who lives in New Jersey, heads up, we're going to have an official launch for our YSP chapter in New Jersey. So this is going to be an online event. So you'll get to see like more details about YSP, ways you can get involved, and who else you can get connected with, and what kind of service opportunities are available, and who our representative is for the local as a local coordinator. So that's happening on Sunday, April 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And if you're not from New Jersey, you're still welcome to join. But yeah, just giving a shout out to those who happen to live in New Jersey if you're interested. And final thing is, sneak peek, we are going to have a synergy event coming up on May 29th. This is in partnership with Ocean Tribe that focuses on taking care of the ocean and the waterways. So this one's specific to New Jersey, with it taking care of New Jersey's waterways in a creative way, with taking care of through how to take care of the chemical problems of pollution, also littering problems, but so many different aspects. So we'll be sending out more information. So keep an eye out, and registration should be opening soon. That's all.
Awesome. So excited. And I'm particularly excited about New Jersey. We're making stuff happen over here. And as you saw, we're launching a chapter, doing a synergy. And so we invite all of you too to consider this for your state. And Nari and I are very happy, and Ricky and Iris too, want to help you with starting your chapter in your state. Because this is what we're all about, just allowing more of us young people to make a real difference where, right where we are. So again, thanks you all for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Let's say bye to everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Happy Earth Day.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.